I mean, Rel is basically, once again, loosely based on my life and my stand-up material. It's just a guy who's rebuilding his life after his wife leaves with the kids, and you know, him getting used to being a long distance dad and being single again, and you know, just trying to figure himself out, and honestly also owning his BS. So, you know, throughout the season, you're gonna see Rel own different things about himself that he didn't really think about at first to make him a better person. But for the most part, it's just funny, man. It's fun, and we'll be playing more than one character, like you saw in the pilot. And yeah, it's just a funny sitcom, man. I like it's a live studio audience, no laugh tracks. It's right in front of people. And the pilot, we had a great audience, and hopefully all the audiences are the same.
And so, I mean, Fox has clearly got this multi-camera push happening right now. Was that a decision that you guys made from the beginning that you wanted it to be a multi-camera show?
Yeah. When I pitched it, it was multi-cam. I don't want to do. I'm not the biggest fan of single cam. I'm way bigger fan of multi-cam just because coming from the stand-up world. It's more fun to perform in front of a live audience, and I think you see what jokes work right away. I love switching things up whenever I feel like it, and I just like that old school style of a sitcom. So yeah, from the beginning, that's what we was gonna do.
Well, I think as a stand-up, you get to be reactive to the audience.
Yep.
It probably feels more natural for you.
Yep.
And do you think of yourself more as a stand-up or more as an actor?
I think it's all the same, man. I think for some weird reason, like maybe a few years ago, we just started like categorizing everything. But when you think of like Sammy Davis Jr. and all those guys, they had to know how to sing. Like you had to know how to do all that stuff. You couldn't just do one thing. So I look at it all as the same thing, from hosting, from stand-up to acting, and still performing.
And you have experience in multicam because you were on the Carmichael Show.
Yes.
Which was a great show.
Yeah.
We feel that. And I understand some of the same people are working on this show?
A bunch of the same people. So Gerard Carmichael was producing it with me, along with Josh Rabinowitz and Kevin Barnett, who wrote on the show. My showrunner is Mike Scully, who was a writer on the show. I really brought everybody from Carmichael Show production on my show. My director, Jerry Cohen, did Carmichael Show. That's why I was so comfortable in an easy transition.
And I mean, just a little bit about Carmichael Show. It was it tackled a lot of sensitive subjects in a really nice way. And I think that, is that something you hope to do on your show?
Yeah, I mean, it's just tackling honesty, right? And I think one of the things I loved about the Carmichael Show was just the honesty of, and everybody had their own opinion. You know, sometimes in these TV worlds, we tend to make the cast all have the same viewpoint and the same. In Carmichael Show, all of us thought differently about everything. And even in this show, I wanted to show, and you're gonna see it, it's a realness about raising your kids that I don't think from our generational standpoint of it. Most TV dads are really they're really old or like right before me. So this is a very, mid-30s, TV dad, and we don't really see that from a long distance standpoint. So it's some topics in there, and that I want to tackle. That's gonna be fun. I mean, we already started the writers' room, but you can't. I mean, it's Chicago too, so I can't run away from what happens in Chicago also.
So are you gonna deal a lot with sort of
yeah. I want to do it's from the west side of Chicago. That's what the setting is. But one of the things I love, like shows like Rock, did a good job of taking these really serious subjects and making comedy happen with it. I'm gonna try to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention the ensemble. I mean, Sinbad, who's your dad?
Sinbad's amazing. He's a comedy legend, and we're lucky, like insanely lucky to have him. He's so funny. He gives like really good advice all the time. He tells amazing. We just had a photo shoot, and I'm in like tears laughing at him the whole day. He just tells these amazing hysterical stories, man. He's seen so much.
And how did that connection happen? Was he on from the beginning?
I think at first when we contacted him, his agent said he wasn't interested or something, and then Gerard was like, "Well, I'm gonna call him." And what's funny is whoever opens for Sinbad on the Road, I think his name is Chance, was like, "Yo, tell us Sinbad, you need to do this show. It's gonna be dope. It's real." And Gerard called him, and literally, Gerard had to get no words out. Sinbad was like, "Okay, you want me to do the show? Just tell me." I'm like, what? And yeah, that's how it happened.
Well, I think that's great. He's super funny. I remember the '90s, growing up in the '90s.
He's a legend, man.
So, I mean, you're a stand-up now, a show of his life. It's kind of, and I feel like in the pilot specifically, there's that loose boots Monica joke that's really funny.
Yeah.
It feels very like Seinfeld-y, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the goal, right? I'm a big fan of Martin, I'm a big fan of Seinfeld, and I wanted to figure out a way to combine both those things. Because I have those, like, I remember watching, like, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and relating to Larry David, like, oh no, I'm just like him. Like, I watch it and be like, oh yeah, that's what I would say, that's what I would do. Like, the loose boots thing is one of those things that annoys me. It's just a thing that really bothers me, and it's always had. And I mean, it got into the show. Yeah, it's like, I do it on stage because I'm always talking about what, my dating situations. But I was talking to Josh and Kevin, who are also writers on the show. I was on a flight coming back to LA, and this lady had these loose cowboy boots on that was driving me. I couldn't stop looking at her damn legs, and her legs kept moving the whole plane ride. And I'm telling Josh and Kevin, I get back to LA, I'm looking at the script, I'm like, y'all done added this and that. Which is also crazy too, when you're writing a show with your friends, you gotta watch what you say.
No, I think that's great. I mean, it's like those details really make a show.
Yeah.
Especially sitcoms, most sitcoms say things like that. So, I mean, getting away from that, big deal for you, obviously, seeing Ziller and Get Out.
Yeah.
I mean, did you know, going into that movie, the impact it was going to be?
I don't think any of us knew that at first. I think we all just wanted to do this movie because the script was really good. I mean, it was a low budget, it wasn't like a money thing. So it's like, no, this is really just a good script. And then we all like Jordan Peele. But it wasn't until the trailer came out and my family started texting me. I'm like, damn, is this about to be a thing? And then we reshot the ending and all of us was in Alabama together. And I remember all of us having dinner that night, like, yo, I think this is about to be huge, man.
I mean, it's funny because when I first saw the trailer and I knew who was behind it, I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be funny. And then you get the trailer and you're like, I don't think that's what this is.
Yeah.
And then, you go into it and you're sort of comedic relief in the movie. Do you feel like there was a certain amount of pressure because it's such a serious subject and you're kind of in there to just like punch up the...
No, honestly, it's the easiest thing you could do because I didn't have to be silly, right? The comedy was just a real person talking. Like, hey man, I think this is happening. You know what I mean?
You were kind of the audience stand-in that everybody...
That's all I was. I was y'all watching a movie.
Yeah. You were the people saying, don't go in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what, and from the beginning, I think that's what made it unique is that from the beginning, my character was like, hey man, the movie could have ended 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
If he would just listen to me from the beginning, he was like, this is a bad idea.
How much of that was scripted? Was any of it just you riffing?
You know what's funny? I used to think everything was scripted, and then I did a panel with Jordan, and I'm like, yeah, Jordan wrote everything. He's like, dude, no, you said a lot of this stuff on your own. Because I can't remember, to be quite honest with you. I don't even know how to separate what I was riffing in, because he did that. We'll do like takes of what he wrote, and he'd be like, all right, do a rail take. And I'm like, all right, and I just do whatever I want to do. So I could kind of see what scenes it's like that, like the scene between me and Allison when we on the phone together, and everything is real in there. I'm sweating. That's real sweat because I was sick. I'm allergic to dogs. I was with that dog the whole day. It looks like great acting, but I'm like, this is insane.
That seems like great, when you're on the phone with her and she's just playing it so flat, that was...
Allison, she is so brilliant and one of the nicest people in the world too, because she actually showed up that day to do that with me. So she was sitting across the room. She didn't have to come. It was her day off. So I appreciate her doing it. That's what made the scene look even doper.
So, I mean, do you think you'll work with Jordan Peele again?
I hope so, man. Like, we've both been really crazy busy, and it's so funny. I mean, I had to get out. I mean, and he told me that. He said, bro, like, I think the first edit he did, he called me and was like, hey man, just know your price. And because it did happen like that, right after the offers came back to back. So that's why this year, 2018 is a very crazy year now with the show being picked up, which that was not even a thing. I had the 4 movies coming out this year, and it's like, oh, now I got a show coming out in September too. This is gonna be crazy.
And then you have Uncle Drew. I mean,
yeah.
And what's your role in that?
It's basically the movie's based on my character Finding Drew. Dax is this young guy who's also an orphan too, and he decided to spend all his money in this tournament. He got this dope player, but he ended up losing a player to his rival. And now I had to find a team because I spent all my money to get in this tournament. And the homies at the barbershop like, yo, we know somebody. And I'm like, whatever, this dude don't exist. End up seeing him on my own, asking him if he would like work with me and get a team together, and we just go on the road. And my agreement with him is that he'll do it as long as I get who he wants on the team. So that's what all the, you know, the comedy ensues with all these amazing NBA players. And it's a great cast, man.
You got a Space Jam show. So
I'm a real basketball fan. Yeah, I'm an insane basketball fan. So that was one of the great. Kyrie was great. Shaq was, Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Lisa Leslie, Nate Robinson, Aaron Gordon, all of them were dope, man. All of them were dope. Yeah, and so it's actually weird too, because I'm in the first day. I'm excited, like, okay, I can't wait to run up to them, like, I'm a big fan. And before I could get that out of my mouth, they were all like, oh man, I'm a big fan of your work. And it's like, damn, all right, okay, that's cool. But brother, I played you in like NBA Live 95. You know what I mean? Like come on now. I'm a huge fan. So it was, it's gonna be a cool year, man. Yeah. Just watch it this fall, man. We on Sunday nights, you know, with The Simpsons and Bob's Burger and Family Guy and Rel. And that's kind of surreal. I think Sunday nights is the best night to be on television, in my opinion, in 2018, because people don't have attention span to watch TV is insane. So Sunday nights is a perfect night. The night before people got to go to work. That'll be the one night they're like, look, I got to go to bed on time. So at least they'll watch a show to go to bed.
I mean, what's it like for you to have a show, especially since we talked about you having this whirlwind year, like to have now not just a show of your own, but a show with your name on it?
Yeah.
You got all this control over, like.
I'm still pinching myself, to be quite honest with you. I remember going to Upfronts and watching Dana and Gary present, and it was like, yo, what the heck is this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what did I pull off, man? It's still surreal because this is, I mean, lots of things about the movies and everything is great, but as a comedian, the first thing you kind of imagine you getting is a sitcom. You know, and the comics I've looked up to that've had their own shows, I'm actually a part of that group now, and that's surreal to me, actually.